why does the neutral and ground get bonded at your service entrance, main disconnect, main electrical panel, basically your first means of disconnect after utility, or before utility, depending on how you look at it. But in a sub panel, you completely need to have that isolated from your neutral. Note here, neutral is isolated from the enclosure. There's some kind of plastic insulation keeping that neutral from touching the metal enclosure in that panel, specifically for a reason. And the easiest way I've learned to explain to my apprentices is, I'll show you. Let's say, for instance, we had a 400 amp main on a 360 amp load. And I'll tell you in a minute why I picked these values. I could have easily picked a more even value, but I'll tell you in a minute. Now let's assume for a second that this is a 120 volt single pole circuit breaker. Come at me. So we install a 500 MCM conductor, MCM, between the main and the 360 amp load. Follow me so far? Your neutral conductor is going to need to be 500 MCM as well, because that neutral conductor is also going to carry 360 amps back to your main. So at your main disconnect, your neutral and your ground are both going to be bonded together. They're going to go get a screw or some kind of attachment to your metal enclosure as well, a bond wire or something going to your metal enclosure. And then it's going to go to your grounding electrode. So all of that gets bonded right there with your neutral, along with your neutral from the utility. Now to explain why, let's just assume that instead of one single 500 conductor, you had two 3/0 conductors, parallel 3/0. So in this parallel circuit now, each conductor is going to carry an even 180 amps of that 360 amp load. Your neutral is still a 500 MCM. It's still carrying the 360 amp return all by itself. If I was to bond this neutral to this ground here, this would carry the majority of it because it's a 500 MCM. Your ground wire is going to be thinner, so it may be a 1/0. It's going to carry the rest of it. Let's say for shits and giggles, we made a super ground and made both of them 500 MCM. And this one's 500 MCM. And now they're bonded here. What's going to happen? This one's going to carry 180 amps back, and so is this one. Back. And the reason I picked these values, 400 amp and 360, because I knew if I picked an even 100 amps or even 200 amps, and I tried paralleling anything smaller than a 1/0, I'd have every TikTok electrician on my ass, even though I'm just trying to show a simple example. I hope I was able to explain it, and now you understand